and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend.
1 year into what he calls his second act, the presidency of Donald Trump looks less like an office, many analysts would tell you, and more like a permanent spectacle. Let me just ask you this. When does governance end and performance begin? Because January alone gave us quite the stunning mix. Talk of military action in Venezuela, advice to an American football team on hiring its coach, threats aimed at Iran, Denmark, Greenland, Colombia, tariffs announced like punchlines, critics flipped off, enemies have warned, and all of it was delivered at breakneck speed. We're talking of just January. On the anniversary of his inauguration, Donald Trump spent nearly 2 hours in the White House briefing room, riffing on foreign leaders, domestic foes, and even God's supposed approval of him. If time is a president's most valuable currency, then Trump spends it like a billionaire with nothing to lose, experts highlight. Here's the shift worth paying attention to, though. Power in this presidency flows through attention. Trump doesn't just occupy the office, he occupies the feed quite loudly and constantly, with social media as his main weapon. Once banned after January 6th, Trump now operates in a far friendlier digital universe, as you can tell. Twitter is now X, owned by Elon Musk, who briefly served in Trump's inner circle. Mark Zuckerberg and other tech leaders showed up at his inauguration. The platforms that once resisted him are now amplifying him. So this time, there's also artificial intelligence in the mix, with memes, videos, crude visuals churned out at speed. Trump wearing a crown, Trump piloting a plane, Trump humiliating opponents. It's not accidental at all. It's dominance through saturation. And just notice how few breaks exist. House Speaker Mike Johnson calls it satire. Vice President J.D. Vance defends even the imagery we've seen. His chief of staff calls him a man who believes there's nothing he cannot do. But here's the investigative reality beneath all this noise. Two issues refuse to stay buried: Epstein and affordability. As far as Epstein is concerned, Trump first told supporters to move on, then quietly signed off on releasing files under congressional pressure. Deadlines have been missed. Democrats argue the daily chaos is the distraction. And as far as prices are concerned on home ground, housing, healthcare, daily costs, Trump's messages keep getting drowned by his own theatrics. A Michigan visit meant to address affordability is now being remembered for an obscene gesture. And the numbers, well, they matter. Approvals on healthcare, barely 3 in 10 Americans. Immigration, once a strength, slipping. The spectacle energizes his base, but struggles to actually persuade the middle. Meanwhile, Democrats are adapting to the same attention economy. Gavin Newsom podcasts, others mock, meme, and mobilize. The battlefield, though, in America at least, has completely changed. So the real question then is, it's bigger than Trump, of course. Has he permanently rewritten the presidency from a seat of restraint to a theater of dominance? Or is this a singular performance that ends when the curtain finally falls? 1 year in, what's clear is this, that in Trump's America, silence is weakness, outrage is oxygen, and attention is power. And that makes this presidency less about what gets done and more about what you cannot look away from.